We were a growing business. We had a PSA tool. The team was tracking time. They had project plans. Seemed like we were doing all the things that we were supposed to be doing. But end of month would come. I would go into Mavenlink, which we're now naming, and pull timesheets, pull our roster of people and what we would expect them to be logging, compare the two, put it in a spreadsheet, calculate utilization, break it down by teams and roles, and then at the end of the month, we would get on a leadership call and we would talk through where we landed on utilization. Seems straightforward.
Yeah.
I was typically met with, where did you get this information? Did people log their time? Was there PTO? How did we land at 56% utilization for the month, right? I tell this story because without visibility into our data, we were powerless. Everything was reactive. We needed real-time reporting. We needed regular cadences. We couldn't have one person that knew how to get the data out of the system and then calculate everything. And so, pushing the wrong button, we implemented a BI tool. One of the best things we've ever done. At the time, we implemented Domo. We've since then moved to Looker for whatever reason. But we took all of our data from all of our places and put it into one location where we were able to look at it in real time. We could see how people were tracking, where they were behind on a daily basis, by person, by manager. It was easy to pivot. We were taking information from Salesforce and our PSA tool and our HR data. We were able to put all of this information in one place, and any one of our managers could go and access it. They were also looking at the same data. They weren't pulling out information, manipulating it the way they thought they should be manipulating it, and then coming back to the team. So this was one of the first things I think that we implemented once you moved into the role that gave us so much more visibility. Having real-time insights allowed us to have regular meetings and dive deep into the data, and we could pivot quickly. So there was no reactive response at the end of the month that we didn't know what was going on. And just a few things that we were looking at on a regular basis: utilization, actuals to target, where were they tracking to plan? Budget health, so where were we tracking over budget on projects? Nav mentioned most of our projects are fixed fee. So where we're tracking over budget, it hurts us. Every hour that we're logging over budget was hurting. Progress, where did we forecast projects to land for the quarter and how are we tracking to that? And then PDS or CSAT, what was the customer response at the end of their project? And like following up with those customers and making sure that we were improving every single time.